49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee and... They'll start at the 25.
Here we go. Like 20! 54! You must be dreaming.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's James. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
11.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. James now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Black 80! 12, fellas, here we go.
Let's set a tone.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Niners 7, 49ers nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a game that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here's Breida. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Breida, he'll try the right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now it's Breida. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here we go, here we go. 180.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. Third down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11. 54, mark. Check 21. I got you, son. Hey, echo.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
11,
So
11,
first and 10
11,
now from the 30.
11. Hey, watch that.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
11.
Garoppolo now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. The 40, the 30, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 77 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
21. Here we go. 21.
Check 49. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm trying to collect.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Walk 54. Walk
65. Hey, get down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Here we go.
Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 77 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game second half, no matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down and 4. Garoppolo. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. They'll run with Coleman on first down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Second and 5 now. Garoppolo drops it off for Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And James has it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go. 180. 54. Right, 54. Squeeze, double up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. To throw is Garoppolo. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the one on second and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
11.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This is Breida. Always got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
54 right there. 54 Mike. 12.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On first down, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
65.
At the 6-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
11.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Garoppolo got to have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the